It's beefy, baby.
Hey.
My name is Luke Hodson.
Alex Morrison.
Hey.
You ready? I'm ready.
It's a movie podcast.
Hey.
Let's get it.
Hey.
Grease-soaked mess.
It's a movie podcast.
Hey. Rated PG-13. Hey.
Your mom didn't make that casserole.
Beef.
Whoa, Nelly.
Hey.
What?
Hey.
What?
I'm right here.
Hey, I'm down here.
Whoa. Help. Welcome to the 34th episode of the Bucket of Beef Show. My name is Alex Morrison.
My name Luke.
And we're here for 34.
34.
Halfway to 68.
We're almost 40.
We're almost 40.
Crazy.
We won't get to 40 before the end of the season.
No, probably not.
I think...
When's the season ending? We haven't even talked about that.
We haven't really. I think...
This is a long season, brother.
It is a long season. 34
this is like
episodes.
longer than fucking... Remember Gotham?
Yeah, I remember
That felt like the
Gotham.
longest. Because what? All the episodes were like 40 minutes?
Yeah.
I will say this. I liked Gotham. It got very overwhelming. I think I only got through like the third episode of the second season.
I only watched the first episode.
It's like 24 episodes per season.
That's
And it's
crazy.
it's too many for...
A Batman prequel.
Yeah, it's just too many. Anyway, this isn't about Gotham.
It's not about Gotham.
It's
However,
about us. This
I
is
will
about
say,
you guys.
we'll probably do 4 more. The next one will just be us, and then we'll have some guests on the last 3.
Oh, this is news to me.
Yeah, we're gonna try to. We want to make sure that the people who helped build this show, kind of get a chance to hang out with us.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And chat and get to know the audience. And
You're going to have Bill Burr on here?
Yeah, we're gonna have Bill Burr.
What do you think Bill Burr would say about this podcast? He would absolutely just defame us.
Oh, he would defame us for sure. What are you talking about? I don't even know how he would sound. You
got a messy desk.
What are you doing?
You're drinking a vaping during your recording.
I would want what's the Italian comedian?
Oh yeah, that Italian Jerry Seinfeld, the famous Italian comedian.
No, the guy who's like, "What are you doing?" You know what I'm talking about? That
No. Well, there's that Italian dude that's always with
Maniscalco,
like, Bert and...
Sebastian Maniscalco. You know
No
what I'm talking
idea.
about? He's like, "Why are there people doing things outside?" That's how he sounds.
I have no idea who that is.
Okay. Anyone who knows who he is just knows I did the best impression of him that's ever been done. Not true, but pretty close.
Alex is very good at impressions.
Yeah. So Luke, man, what's going on? How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing well. It's crazy to think that this year's like coming to an end. It simultaneously felt like the shortest year of all time and the longest year of all time.
Especially for you, man. You've been busy. You've
I've been
all over the place.
I've been like not in New York for almost half the year. But it's good to be back. I'm working a little I don't know if I can necessarily talk about it.
Don't say where you're
I'm working a pop-up right now somewhere in Soho, and I'm also doing a show. It's my first ever Shakespeare production.
That's exciting.
We opened today, and which is the 13th? Wednesday, December 13th through I think Friday, December 22nd. The American Theater of Actors, The Two Gentlemen of Verona. And let me tell you, it's a Shakespeare play, all right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's been fun. Been running around like a madman. I'm glad that we got to sit down and do this.
Yeah.
I feel guilty for our inconsistency and
I do too.
uploading these and everything. So thank you so much, especially to our patrons that have been so gracious with us. We sincerely appreciate it. And also, I keep getting this scam call from a 313 Detroit number.
Answer it right now.
No, well, this is what's going to happen. See, I'm going to answer it, and it's going to be silent.
Hello? Hello?
See, that's what I'm talking about. They don't say nothing. They hung
They
up
just
on
hung
me.
up. Pieces of shit. If you're gonna scam someone, fucking put your whole ass into it.
I know. They're probably trying to steal my voice.
Ridiculous.
Make a voice out of me.
That's ridiculous.
What would you do if like you were like just scrolling through like TikTok or like YouTube Reels, and it was like an AI generated voice prompt, and it was just your voice?
That'd be kind of cool, actually.
I'd be pissed.
I wouldn't be that mad.
I'd be pissed.
But yeah, I mean, That's exciting though that you're doing Shakespeare and you've been able to go all. You had a really successful year. That's really exciting.
Thanks, my friend. How are you feeling?
I'm good. Just kind of hanging, working. I guess my biggest achievements this year kind of came with my upward, I guess, progress in work. And I feel like that has shown enough. And I feel like I mean, that I'm proud of. I've made a lot of friends this year.
Alex has so many friends.
Yeah.
I have 2 friends, and one of them's Alex.
No, that's not true. But, like, I don't know. My big goal this year was to really insert myself into the community I'm kind of in and create friends and bonds and connections. And I feel like I've done a pretty good job in that. And I'm very proud of that. We did the show.
Yeah, Samuel Court was a big accomplishment. We're still in the final processes of post-production on that, but we'll let you guys know info on that as soon as possible.
What are your goals for next year?
That's a good question. Just keep on moving, do more projects, take it day by day. Yeah, that's basically it.
That's kind of mine too. I want to definitely be more artistically involved in things. I don't know if it's necessarily going to involve theater, but it would be cool. I don't know.
You should open up a lasagna shop.
A lasagna shop?
You just do lasagna.
We were talking about doing a cheese shop, an artisan cheese shop.
We were, yeah.
Because there's not one in our area, and I feel like every area should have some artisan cheese shop.
Yeah, fromagerie, you know?
Yeah. What?
A fromagerie.
Fromagerie.
Well, yeah, fromage is cheese. Fromagerie is a
cheesery.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like a boulangerie.
The more you know. Hey, if that was your first time hearing that phrase or saying, make sure to subscribe to us at
and we'll send you a free slice of cheddar cheese.
Yeah, for one single slice of cheddar cheese.
It will not be refrigerated. It'll be probably
if it's your first time hearing that information, please follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Bucket of Beef Show.
We post all the time on Facebook.
Whenever we post to Instagram, it goes to Facebook.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I was responsible for managing and posting on the Facebook.
Managing and posting on Facebook.
I've done a very
doing recording
really
videos.
Bad job. We did get a little camera that we still haven't used yet.
Yeah.
But we'll. That's for season 2, you know.
Season 2.
Yeah, season 2.
Claiming that for season 2.
I think we have faces for radio though. I mean, I don't know.
Don't say that. I don't need that. My ego already takes shots.
I have a face for radio. Alex
day.
has the face for the platinum screen.
The platinum screen. I have the face for screen and the body for books.
You got folks all over that bod, bro.
I'm just serious. Anyway.
Oh no, we have to talk about the movie now.
No, yeah. I mean, did that count as our question of the day, or do you want to do a question of the day?
We can do a question of the day too if you want.
Can you think of a question of the day?
Do you think now? It'd be a goofy one. Would you rather be a panda bear or a brown bear?
A brown bear?
We had really good questions today, guys.
I would rather be a brown bear.
A brown bear?
Yeah. Panda bears, I mean, like, you only see the videos of them being clumsy, and I don't want to be clumsy. I'd rather be a brown bear. And, like, because, you know.
And be clumsy.
Because then you are a part of that golden rule where, you know, if you're brown, lay down. If you're black, fight back.
If you're brown, lay down.
Or if it's brown. Like, if you come across a brown bear.
Oh, okay.
You lay down. If you come across a black bear, you gotta fight back.
Yeah.
Which implies that
really
if you
lay down for a brown bear?
You have to play dead, yeah. They'll kill you.
You don't try to climb a big rock.
They'll kill you dead.
Yeah,
they can climb that rock too.
Yeah.
There's really no stopping them.
Dang. What if you threw a bunch of marbles on the ground? Would they slip?
No. How would they? They're on all fours.
You just have a big banana
peel.
peel.
Like, roll.
Listen, you never know.
And there's not a golden rule for pandas. If it's spotted,
well, because pandas, honestly, the reason I asked this question is because I saw a little video about pandas today, and they literally just live off the graces of humans.
Yeah, they
do. They can't. They have to eat. Their babies come out the size of like smaller than like the size of a kitten, maybe. Like smaller than that. They come out
Really?
looking like naked mole rats
Ew.
because they get such little nutrition when they're in the womb. Like literally, this is might be a little gross, but when a panda's like giving birth, they like push a tiny bit and then they basically just like go to their crotch and they just pull it out. 'Cause it's like so easy for them. Maybe they're doing it right.
Maybe they are doing it right.
Yeah.
They're like, I'll just do it. I'm not dealing with this.
Yeah, it's like I don't want it to be big when I push it out. Just like
It's like my favorite video. Here, I'm just going to talk about a gross thing for a second. Giraffes. Have you ever seen a giraffe give birth?
no.
I'll never forget. I was sitting at my grandparents'
Does
house.
the head comes out first then, right?
Like,
You just see the neck and the head.
well, yeah. So like, I watched this video of this giraffe giving birth, and it's so funny because there are like 5 people trying to like catch the baby. they're like running around this mom giraffe, and it's just like the head and a leg hanging out. And the mom giraffe is tired, so she's trying to sit down. But if she sits down, she's gonna crush
kill
the
the
baby. So they're like trying to keep the mom from sitting down. And the mom's like, "What the fuck?" And also the longest gestation period for any animal.
Is for giraffe?
No, Kenny, do you know what animal it's for?
Is it a whale?
No.
It's a land mammal?
It's a land mammal.
Well, it has to be a mammal. How big is it? Can you give me a hint on the size of it?
Big.
It's big. An elephant, probably.
An elephant,
Like, how long? Like 18 months?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I did trivia the other day, and they said it was an elephant.
That makes sense.
I don't know how long, but that's
Well, they come out
probably
so
that.
big.
Yeah, they're gigantic. They come out It's so funny seeing elephant babies because the second they come out, they're like, "I'm running around."
Yeah. Like, I've had thoughts for 9 months.
They're just waiting. They're like, "Please."
They're
get me
just
out of
like,
here."
ooh.
And then they just come out and want to play tag.
No.
The mom's like, I'm meeting you for the first time. They're like, I don't give a fuck.
They're like,
Chase me.
I've known you my whole life.
All right, movie time. We watched
In 1984, Steven Spielberg released a movie called Gremlins.
yeah. So we watched Gremlins. Thank you guys for voting.
Yes. Also, everyone in my job when I was working and they saw the, I think it was my job, when they saw that we put the poll out, everyone in my job was like, "You're gonna watch Gremlins. It's gonna happen."
Well,
There's,
why
like,
did
no way that
they?
people
They
aren't
need
gonna
to
vote for
follow the Instagram so they can vote.
I think what happens is people are clicking on my story and then voting, but not following our page.
Hey, you need to follow our page. We had a goal of having 200 followers on our Instagram.
How many do we have now? Like 120?
111, I think.
Oh my god, it really came up and then just
Plateaued. But we do have more
didn't it?
followers on, like, in general for the podcast
That's good.
than ever.
Thank you.
Which
Thank
is
you, guys.
random because we have not been consistent.
I know, but we have such a broad library of content.
At this point, yeah, we kind of do.
Mm-hmm.
Are we missing a genre at all?
Probably. We haven't done a lot of like art house films.
We did Everything Everywhere All at Once, though.
I don't know if I would call that an art house film.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
we watched 1984 Gremlins. Okay, initial thoughts, man.
One of the first things that I was thinking when we were watching this movie, and I called this out during it because I'm like the worst person to watch a movie with at home. Like in theaters, I am a very good boy, but at home, I like just talk incessantly, especially during a movie like Gremlins.
It depends.
It depends on the movie.
It also depends the state that you're in.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
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 That is definitely true.
Because certain states, I won't say what states, but you ask questions that even I do not know the answer to.
Well, I also get that from my mother. My mom is the queen of doing that.
Yeah.
Of just
yeah.
asking any and every question. I think she's where I got my inquisitive nature from.
Ah, I see.
But what I was saying during this movie is like, it's such a unique film, especially like by today's standards. Like how would a movie like Gremlins would not get made. Like,
or at least produced on such a mass
It
scale.
wouldn't be produced by like a huge
studio.
Yeah. In this day and age.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to happen. It's either going to be like some sort of like Oscar bait drama or or some like animated
Kids movie.
Yeah. Maybe like a rom-com-ish thing, but rom-coms are we're kind of past the golden age of rom-coms.
Yeah.
You know?
Where everyone
or
was
like
going to see them.
yeah. Or there's one other type that I'm thinking of, and I can't totally put my name on it.
Finger?
Put my finger on it.
You pointing?
Yeah. Anyway, I just feel like this movie, it's just so interesting and unique. Like, I can't think of another movie that's really like Gremlins.
There are...
Aside from, this is very... You don't really get, like, the creature-y kind of movies like you did in the 80s. The 80s was, like, a very interesting time for, like, creature flicks.
Well, it was such an art. It was, like, I mean, this was, like, peak Muppets.
Yeah.
And, like creature building
Practical
was
effects
so good and fascinating, and I'm sure filmmakers just love doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to find ways to incorporate practical effects and things like that. I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
I totally agree
and so
with
I think it kind of... Yeah, in that way, like, Gremlins is, like, it's, like, an inherently unique film in that way. Like, I can't really compare it to a lot of other stuff. Like, I kind of think of E.T. a little bit when I think of Gremlins.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, I kind of think of the TV show The Dinosaurs.
The Dinosaurs, yeah.
Just because of the... But, again, that's just because of the puppets.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, it definitely... It was, like... very campy horror, like Goosebumps took from it later on.
Yeah, very much so.
But just like it maintains that it's not necessarily for kids, that it is truly an everyone movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where everyone could find some sense of enjoyment. It was never like scary, but there are definitely some points that are like, ugh.
No, it is pretty crazy. Like the violence that does exist in this movie. It is great.
It's
and
fantastic.
Also, like, I like all the characters are great. Like, no one's like particularly like super flushed out in the movie.
No.
But they're all. It's like it's enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For like a movie about this like little creature that like becomes the creator of the devil's spawn. You know what I mean?
It goes from super cute to very gross.
Yes.
So let's kind of talk about... We didn't really do a synopsis. So just a very quick synopsis.
Yeah.
Our main character, who I don't even know his name.
I don't have my phone on me. We didn't even pull up the information on this movie.
We didn't. But it's okay. Some dude.
We're going to pull up the name, don't worry.
Yeah.
We watched the movie, we promise.
Yes, we did. This kid, blank. He's like 21.
Probably like Danny or something.
22, yeah, I feel like
Billy. There we go.
Billy.
Basically the same thing, okay?
Billy lives in a very small town where he is a banker.
Yes.
He's a banker, and his dad is an inventor. His dad goes to Chinatown in an undisclosed city.
It's New York.
Yeah, it's New York. Yeah. But he goes to Chinatown, meets this old man, and he's like, "Oh, I have this little creature that like sings," and the dad's like, "Well, I want this for my son. How much money?" And the guy's like, "Not for sale. This thing will kill you." He doesn't like say it like that. He's just like, "It's not for sale. He's like, too much responsibility."
He's like, yeah, you're not ready for it.
Yeah. And so the old man in the shop, his grandson is like, I'll sell it to you, mister. We need the money. So gives this guy this gremlin, takes it home to his kid for Christmas.
And they give him 3 rules.
3 rules indeed.
Don't get it wet.
Yep. Can't be exposed to bright light.
Or it'll die.
Yeah. And the most important rule.
Never feed it
after midnight. Very serious rules. I get broken immediately.
Yeah, who would have thought that all that happens in the movie?
Yeah.
You know? One thing I do appreciate about the movie, though, it's the pacing of it is very well done.
Yeah.
Like, they give enough time to let, like, all of the main players, like, breathe. Like, you learn about more of their relationships. You have, like, Billy and his love interest from... Can you pull up that character's name in this?
Her name is Kate.
Kate. Billy and Kate's kind of budding romance.
She's so cute.
Yeah.
She was adorable.
They did a really good job together. They had some really
Yeah.
good chemistry. Yeah, and she was excellent in
Yeah.
the movie too. But so you like see that happening. You see like more of Billy's father's inventions throughout the house. You like see the relationship. Also, Billy has the most like patient but badass mother
Yeah.
of all time. Like she's
Oh my gosh.
the best 80s lady you've ever seen.
Yeah, she's like so patient with the dad's inventions that all just fuck up constantly.
Yeah.
So down to clean up everything. It's just like
the one thing that stood out to me in this is that all of these inventions just cause like the most ridiculous destruction / like
goop.
and this house is immaculate.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's absolutely stunning.
And Billy is the only one really supplying anything.
Yeah.
Billy's like just keeping this family afloat.
I also do like they're like the idea that like, oh, we're really down on our luck. Like we can't, like Billy's paying the mortgage and all this stuff. Their house is enormous.
Yeah, it's gigantic.
Their house is so big. And I'm like, is that just how it was in the 80s? Like everybody just had fucking
kind of feels like it.
Big ass houses.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we pay $450 a month for our mortgage. Like Jesus. Do you know that oh, maybe this is a personal thing I probably shouldn't say. Never mind.
Okay.
All I'm gonna say is that most people like that own homes that they've had for like the past like 10 or 15 years, say they have like a $350,000 house, their mortgages are less than basically what we are currently paying
Yeah.
for our 4-bedroom rent stabilized apartment in Brooklyn, which is bonkers. Anyway,
so it's so good to see Corey Feldman in this too. I just love him as a little boy.
Corey Feldman was also in Stand By Me
and TMNT.
and TMNT.
I think he is now our most seen actor in everything
Probably.
we've watched.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
I think so. Which is cool. But who is your favorite character? Who's your least favorite character? And then we'll get into like the actual like Gizmo and stuff.
Oh, my favorite character?
Yeah.
Probably Billy's mom, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, the focus, and rightly so in this movie, the most like standout character or characters in this are the Gremlins.
Oh, of course.
You know, so
The black folks.
Alex can get more into his theory later on in the podcast. Jesus Christ. I would say probably Billy's mom.
Yeah.
Probably Billy's, like, in terms of human characters, probably Billy's mom. I did really like the Chinese guy that ran, what's his name in the film that runs the shop. He's like a bookend character, you know. And I really liked his...
Whoa.
What?
Whoa. Why is this saying that Howie Mandel played Gizmo?
Maybe he did.
Hold the fucking phone.
That's crazy if Howie Mandel voiced Gizmo.
Okay, all right.
Anyway.
The guy you're talking about, his name is Mr. Wing.
Mr. Wing?
Wing.
Mr. Wing. Yeah, I really liked him.
Yeah, he was cool.
He had, like, good bookending stuff. It was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had, like, he was blind in one of his eyes.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
cool.
I like the dad. I think the dad is my favorite.
Yeah, the dad was fun,
He's just
too.
a little skeezy. I wish he kind of would have been around for all the main action.
Yeah.
Because he would just would have been like, what the fuck?
such a weird dad, because he's like kind of aloof, but he also like clearly is like a loving dad.
Yeah.
But he's also just like constantly absent. You know?
He's just trying to find that one invention.
Yeah.
Trying so hard.
That'll set it right. He's a good salesman though.
He is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He traded his thing for his like big invention for like 9 packs of cigarettes. No, it was just a smokeless ashtray. But it's just like a plate you put a bowl
like a
over.
smoke
Like,
bomb. I liked it when the guy who he sold it to was like, he was
dying.
leaving the shop. He's like, ooh, like just continuous smoke coming out of the ashtray. Great. You should just sell that to the U.S. military.
Yes, and then who was
Sold
that
to
old
BlackRock.
lady? That old lady Karen. What was her name?
Oh, Mrs. Mean.
Mrs. Harris.
Mrs. Harris.
Maybe. Yeah. Or Mrs. Deagle.
Mrs. Deagle.
Mrs. Deagle.
Yeah, evil Deagle.
Evil Deagle. She sucked. She was threatening. She went to this man's job to say that she was going to kill his dog.
Yeah, she like said that she was going to kill his dog slowly like 3 times throughout this film.
I'm going to kill you slowly. I'm going to take him to the pound and you'll never see him again.
And did she get killed by the gremlins?
It was a really creative death. Like, because she was in the chair,
that's what
like
it
the
was.
lift to go up to her bedroom.
Yeah.
And the gremlins fuck up the wires, and she goes flying out the window like 40 yards.
Yeah, I will say the shitty people in this show do
Get what they fucking deserve.
Yeah. But the super racist dude, the guy who hates all the immigrants and hates foreigners, he was right that gremlins did exist. He's like, they put the gremlins in the oven. They put them in the car. They put them in your vibrators.
I actually did think that was cool, just to give them like just the littlest bit of history. They're like, oh, they used gremlins, or the foreigners, whatever. Foreigners used gremlins in World War II to shut down the tanks and the planes and made everything fuck up.
That is a crazy idea that all the kamikaze pilots in Japan were just put gremlins behind the wheel.
Fucked up. But yeah, let's get into the gremlin stuff.
Mm-hmm. The grooms.
So they turn into Gizmo gets wet and has a full-on panic attack.
There were so many times like before leading up to this point in the movie though where he was surrounded by like elements that could get him wet.
Yeah.
Like the first time that Billy like takes Gizmo into the bathroom and he's like right by the sink.
Yeah.
Oh. And it's just like little things like that where you're like, oh shit, like it's just nice when like you see a film like kind of like building suspense.
It edges you a little
and
bit.
Like anticipation a little bit.
Yeah.
But they aren't like, there's not a character that's like, look out.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I better not get you wet, bud.
Yeah.
Which like sounds like a no-brainer, but there really are so many like films and like just like media in general that's like, hey, look, this is what we're presenting to you. Isn't it like, aren't you proud of us?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where this just like has just like a silent quality to it.
Well, it is also
in building
it's
up
like,
that suspense.
It's remarkably basic things too.
It
is. That like
it is a really
just,
simple.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is like the rules are basic, but like there's no like you're talking sunlight and water and food. Like there are 3 basic things that everyone needs.
Yeah.
That no matter what, these things are going to end up being around in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Now the thing that kind of got me though was like they didn't multiply in snow.
Yeah.
Which is my only thing. Like,
I was like, because what they go inside, the snow melts, and then they're wet.
I don't know.
You know,
because Homeboy, the evil scientist guy, just drops a drop of water on one. Just a drop. So.
Well, and that just makes 1 more.
No, that made 5 more. Oh, yeah.
No, it only made 1 more in the school, right?
Yeah, I think it made 5.
In the school, it made 5?
I think so.
Oh,
and he only kept 1 of them.
And then he kept 1 of them.
Yeah. But yeah. So Gizmo is like a little singy-songy guy. Super cute. They're like, and he gets wet, and all of a sudden they're 5. And Gizmo is the only nice one.
Yeah. Gizmo's like, fuck my kids.
My children are so bad.
My bad eggs.
Because one of them is the one that tears the...
Stripe.
Yeah, Stripe. The one with the mohawk. The one with the mohawk, I'm pretty sure chews through the clock wire, and that's how they eat past midnight. I love that they know what they're going to turn into.
Yeah.
They know. They want it. They want it. But yeah, so, and then the scientist keeps one of them, because they go to the high school scientist, and they're like, he's like, I'm going to run diagnostics and checks and shit. And he cages Stripe. And honestly, I feel like Stripe was...
Oh, is it Stripe?
Stripe? Yeah, Stripe is in there.
Oh, Stripe is the one at the school.
Yeah, because he also gets mildly abused. He has like a backstory.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I mean, he got his blood drawn and he was scared.
Yeah.
And he keeps him in a cage.
Yeah, the scientist was also like, it'll be okay, buddy. Piece of shit. That's actually the exact dialogue that happens in the movie.
Dialogue, yeah.
If you want to challenge me, watch it.
Yeah.
And then let me know what you find, okay?
Okay.
All right?
Right?
That's all I'm going to say.
So the scientist feeds them past midnight. The other ones eat because Billy gave them chicken wings.
There's some drumsticks.
Yeah, sorry. Drumsticks.
It was mostly drumsticks.
Drumsticks
I'd
and
say.
chicken wings.
It
Okay.
was fried chicken.
He fed them fried chicken
Yep.
after midnight, and they turn in. And then they turn into monsters. Little hood rats.
No.
The reason we're laughing, and the reason Luke's laughing is because I feel like the more he's thinking about it, the more it's becoming
No,
true.
this is not true.
It's true. I actually, to be fair, I didn't come up with this idea.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's a bunch of online theories about it.
Yeah, there's an online theory that Gremlins are allegories for black folks of the time. And it's very racist in a million different ways. Way number one. Well, it's the so we're talking drumsticks and chicken wings, okay? And then they break out. They start doing crazy shit. Some of them start putting on masks. They're all terrorizing this white
some of them
suburban
are wearing
town.
ski masks.
Ski masks. They find guns.
And when they find guns, most of the time they go, gun.
Yeah. They start going,
God.
they go crazy in the movie theater.
That one, as you kept talking about it, and then the movie theater scene happened, I was like, what the fuck?
They're terrorizing the girl at the bar. They're all getting fucked up playing cards. Don't turn away now. So yeah, definitely is an allegory, I think. And then some of them start wearing sunglasses. They have,
A lot of them.
Yeah, they're all...
They got like bombers on, some
yeah,
of them.
dude.
Also, let's talk about like how they found all of this, all the clothing.
Baby stores.
Like, I guess, baby store. But they're like, the babies have drip, man. Like,
Babies
they're all
have drip.
styled.
Hell yeah, they are.
Like, one of the Gremlins is a stylist, you know?
Or they're just all black and have style. That's kind of what it is. Yeah, so the big thing that happens is Gizmo breaks out. I think he kills the scientist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, kills
Absolutely dead.
the scientist.
Also, the scientist just dumb as shit.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to coax him out with a Snickers bar, and I'm going to hold the Snickers bar where he's going to bite it like 3 centimeters off with my thumb and my pointer finger, and I'm going to hold it underneath this desk.
Yeah.
Gets killed.
And Billy goes, because the scientist calls and is like, oh my god, the eggs are hatching, because they turn into eggs before they turn into like these gremlins. It's like their cocoon.
Yeah.
And Billy goes and finds a scientist who's now dead. We see them in their final form for the first time, which is kind of cool. It's like very quick. Like it just opens a door and scratches Billy across the chest or his hand or something. Billy follows it to the YMCA. And you're like, oh fuck, every YMCA has a fucking pool. And Gremlin Boy jumps in. This scene is really cool, practical effect wise, because they have the entire pool like bubbling and
There's
sizzling.
like smoke coming in. It's all like a bunch of lights, like eerie lights, are shining up from the pool. It's pretty cool.
No, it is really neat.
I do wonder how they did that. They probably just had a bunch of like air jets and shit.
Yeah,
in the pool
and just lights and stuff.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It still looked really cool.
Yeah.
And
like you get to see the whole like it zooms out for the whole thing, and
yeah,
it's nice.
But then you see all the gremlins, and you're like, oh shit, there are like hundreds and thousands of them, and they start fucking up everyone in the town. They take this guy's tractor, run it through their house, kill them.
His reliable American-made machine.
Yeah. Goes nuts, and he's like, oh, the gremlins! He's like, I knew they'd come back. And
I felt bad for his wife.
Yeah, his wife did nothing.
Because his wife's like, no, my husband's a QAnoner now.
Yeah, so they die. Then the Mrs. Deagle gets what she fucking deserves.
Yeah, Mrs. Deagle sucks.
Oh, and also the gremlins, before they even turn bad, string up the dog.
They do,
which is crazy.
Yeah, they string up the dog.
They string up don't they string up Gizmo too?
Yeah, I think they do.
What is with them?
I don't know.
Why are we stringing things up?
They like stringing people up.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, so they're going nuts. Billy goes to the police and is like, "There are gremlins," and they're like,
"We're drunk, bud."
There are 2 officers. in charge of the whole town. There are no other officers.
They're like, it's Christmas. We're drinking, bud.
We got our eggnog. We're not arresting anyone tonight.
Yeah, literally.
Start getting calls. Gremlins.
I like when they see like all the gremlin shit happening, they're like, nope, and they go back to the station to keep drinking.
Well, because the one guy is being absolutely obliterated by them all.
Yeah.
And he like comes up to the cop's window and is like, "Help me!"
And they're like, they roll the window up.
They roll the window up and drive off. While man was being eaten alive.
That thin blue line's pretty brittle.
Pretty thin. Pretty thin. Billy's mom gets attacked. And this is the part I'm sure where you were like,
yeah,
badass.
And also I was like PG 80s movies just hit different.
Yeah, they weren't PG.
Because there's almost always like some surprising element of like raunchiness, sexuality, or violence.
Yeah, yeah.
In like a family movie, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And this one is with Billy's fucking mom. Because she goes up to the room, she's like calling Billy, or Billy calls her, he's like, the gremlins are hatching, like, you gotta get out of the house. Stripe at the school cuts off the phone, and Billy loses communication with his mother. So she's like, oh fuck,
She's alone with like five of
them. I'm gonna go to the kitchen. I don't know if she's like actually trying to escape in this moment, or if she's like going into like action mode.
I think it's action mode.
But so she goes into the kitchen. There's one like, is it in the blender or is it near the blender? I can't remember.
I feel like it's on top of the blender and she knocks it.
Yeah,
into
she
the
knocks
blender.
it over, fucking blends the shit out of it. Like, you see it all.
Yeah. She stabs one.
Yeah, gets a knife, just fucking bap, like fucking quadruple. And like for the duration of all of the rest of the action that happens in the kitchen, you just see this gremlin bleeding out on the counter, like he's like he's in the throes of death. Like, and I'm like, what the fuck?
And then she puts the one in the microwave.
Puts one in the microwave. Really brutal shit. She has the drive to survive.
Oh yeah,
you know.
Does. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I love Billy's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, she eventually gets out. She gets kind of fucked up a little bit.
Well, yeah, because the one in the Christmas tree
pushes the tree on her.
It's like choking her out with the Christmas lights.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. Yeah.
And Billy comes home and swords it, cuts its head off, throws it in the fireplace.
Well, it's like a blunt sword, so he kind of like baseball bats it in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was thinking like it's gonna get up from the fire and like run around and catch everything on fire, but instead it's polite.
Yeah.
And it knows it's beaten and it dies in the fire. You want to talk about the bar scene?
That was crazy. So this poor girl, Billy's love interest, is the only bartender
in town.
And they're not letting her leave. It's well past midnight. They're not letting her leave. They're getting fucked up.
They're getting really fucked up. My favorite part in that sequence is like when there's the gremlin that's just like constantly smoking 3 cigarettes, like just 3 in his mouth,
and she's like trying to light the cigarettes, and it's like
keeps moving around. She's like, I'm trying to help you.
They're all smoking and drinking and playing cards and fucking throwing shit at her with plates and stuff, and she's just not leaving.
No.
That's the funniest part to me is she's like, I'm just gonna endure this.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna tip me at the end of this. And
they do. Gremlins always tip.
Yeah. Yeah, that scene was a big pointer finger for me.
How so?
Just okay. The biggest pointer finger was the movie theater.
The movie theater. I'm convinced that Quentin Tarantino got inspiration for the Nazi killing scene in Inglourious Bastards, where like they flamethrower all of the Nazis, like in the movie theater. I'm convinced that they got that from Gremlins.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Have you ever watched Inglourious Bastards?
I've only seen clips from it. I've never watched it.
We need to watch that for the pod, brother.
We'll put her on.
Damn.
Yeah.
We gotta watch that. Anyway, but I'm convinced that had some sort of like some inspiration for Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's the only 2 like movie theater scenes that go like that in any films I've seen. You know.
Yeah.
Whether or not it was like a conscious like decision to pull from that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's it's a very interesting coincidence.
Yeah.
I'll say.
So Kate takes the Polaroid camera, starts flashing pictures, and that's how she escapes and finds Billy.
Yeah, they just like seize out. They're like, "Ugh."
Yeah, they just
All over.
They don't like getting their picture taken.
They're shy.
They're shy. They really don't like that bright light. They
Yeah.
And then Kate and Billy kiss.
They kiss.
They kiss, but they have shit to do. So Gizmo's with Billy now. Gizmo is clearly, he's part of the home team.
Yeah, Gizmo's a good boy.
Gizmo's a great boy.
He has no combat prowess.
No.
But he's got moxie.
Moxie in a dream, baby.
It's like the bard of the group, you know?
Yes.
It's like
literally
keeping everybody going.
Well, Gizmo kind of saves the day at the end of it. Mm-hmm. I love how the dog tried to do something but couldn't.
Yeah.
It was Gizmo and the dog.
Yeah, you think that like the dog would be more like successful against the Gremlins because they're like clearly at the like in the middle of the movie they're like trying to separate the dog from Billy.
Yeah.
But really the dog's just a fella, you know.
Dog can't do anything.
No.
Kind of sad.
I know.
Dog got strung up and was like, I want a taste.
Yeah, literally.
And so they blow up the movie theater. That's all the Gremlins. They got all of them.
Except
for
for
Stripe.
Yeah.
And I'm glad he kind of was like, Stripe, he's the head one. He's like, he's the leader.
Yeah.
He's
the most evil, the most vile base practitioner of violence and debauchery.
And they go to Cabela's. They go to Cabela's.
They do basically go to Cabela's.
Where Stripe gets a gun.
Gun. Well, one of them had a gun before.
Yeah.
In the
with
bar.
the ski mask. Yeah.
This one with the ski mask had the gun. Yeah.
Because they need to hide their identity, I guess. But they all look the same.
Except for Stripe. He's got the mohawk.
Except for Stripe.
I wouldn't say all of them looked the same.
Really?
We'll have to look back at it.
They all look the same outside of their bomber jackets and things like that.
Mm.
I'll say they look the same. Say it.
They do look very similar.
They do.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You gonna lose it?
No. So Stripe and Gizmo, or Stripe is trying to find water. He turns on this big-ass fountain. Kate is like, I'm going to turn on the lights. And Billy's like, I'm just going to go fight him. Gizmo comes in with his little car. The dog is running alongside him. And then so they shine the bright light or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it's the most vile, disgusting looking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. They did a really excellent job.
Yeah. When Stripe starts like melting, basically.
Yeah. I mean, it was Stripe's trying to get to this fountain, by the way, to reproduce.
Yeah.
Too.
And he starts to.
He's like...
Like his back starts bubbling to release the little fur balls.
Mm-hmm. Well, these would just be Grem balls.
Yeah, Grem balls.
Because they get to skip the egg pod situation.
Yes.
If they're already Grems, you know.
If they're already the full Grems.
Yeah.
Actually, Greams when they...
Greams, yeah.
Greams.
Mm-hmm.
When they do their thing.
But yeah, so the light hits, the sun's starting to rise, the light hits Stripe, and he just, like, seizes, he's melting.
Like, his lips go away, so all you see is his teeth.
Yeah.
And his nose melts, so you just see his nose bone. One of his eyes is just white now.
Mm-hmm.
It's super
It's, like,
gross.
turning into just, like, pus and fluid.
Yeah.
You see his skeleton and everything.
Yeah. It's super gross.
Yeah.
And that's more or less the end of the movie.
Yeah.
It ends pretty quickly,
Mm-hmm.
which I appreciate. Yeah. Gremlins is a cool fucking movie.
And then they're back at home. Mr. Wing comes in. He's like, you guys are a piece of shit. Especially you, Dad, who was gone the whole time at fucking... What did I say the inventor convention was?
Oh,
What did I call that?
You think you said husbands? Dumb husbands?
Yeah, like dumb... Yeah, like...
Dumb drunk husbands?
Incompetent husband con.
That shit
basically.
was so funny. What the fuck was that? The dad goes away to an invention con.
And it's like
just,
all Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Like...
And they all have like beer and are just like super pudge.
Yeah, it's like...
and,
Yeah.
and just all buttoned up short sleeve shirts. Jeans.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would love to hang out there. I bet it's such a weird place to be. Yeah, but Mr. Wing is like, what the fuck, man?
He's like, you're not ready.
You're not responsible. You're not ready. And like it seemed kind of sad because, you know, Gizmo was like, Brawell. And
Yeah, he does kind of speak like situational English.
yeah.
Throughout the film.
Brawell.
And that's crazy. It's Howie Mandel that's doing that voice.
I don't know. Was he controlling the puppet? What the fuck?
He was just doing the voice.
I'm gonna ask Howie.
They put him in the booth. They're like, Howie, do your thing.
That's fair.
Do you think he was bald at that point, or do you think he had hair?
He had hair.
Yeah.
84. Yeah.
I can't imagine him with hair. Anyway.
Yeah. But then Mr. Wing just like takes him. Everyone's cool with it. They're like, "Yep, get the fuck out of here."
But Gizmo does say, "Bye, Billy."
Yeah. He's like, all you have to do is listen with your heart.
And he also is like, "Billy, one day you may be ready. One day you'll be ready, son."
But then he just walks off into the sunset with Gizmo in a box. And there's like a narrate, like the dad I think is doing the narration the whole time.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Why was the dad the narrator?
I don't know.
You know?
I think it's just because they chose to have him start the movie.
Yeah.
It's just like a good little bookend.
I do like the...
I feel like Mr. Wing should have been the narrator for the movie.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I do like it like it sets it up. It would be a different type of movie if there wasn't that narration to set it up.
That's
You
true.
know?
Yeah.
Like I like that. Ooh, I have a story to tell,
Mm-hmm.
and it feels like it's just like a book.
Yeah.
You know, and the end is just like, if your stuff isn't working or things are weird, make sure you look in the closets and the cabinets for gremlins.
No, it very much reads like a children's book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Very much so. And also, we totally like skipped over this fact, but this is... I always forget that Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it is a Christmas movie.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Steven Spielberg in his bag. I really, really like this movie.
Very good, yeah.
I found it to be very, very fun. And I'll probably come back
It's
to
a very timeless movie.
It feels
honestly.
timeless. I'm
Yeah.
shocked, like...
They're like, it's really like, it's one of those 80s movies where like, they're... I don't know, in my opinion, like... They... It's not like... what was it? What was that 80s movie that we watched? The very, like, rapey one that, like, everyone loves.
16 Candles?
16 Candles. It doesn't have, like, that, like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
16
no.
Candles vibe, or, you know, it's just, like, a good little storybook story.
Good little storybook
It's definitely 80s, you know.
It's definitely
but,
80s.
Yeah.
PG 80s movies, man. Coming in clutch.
Coming in clutch.
Ready to give her the thing?
Yeah, let's do it. You want to go first? Or
Sure,
you want
I'll go first. Just like two lasting thoughts. This movie is like for everyone. I'm very shocked. Like no one in my circle or family was like Gremlins is a must.
Yeah, that's true. It was never like a big movie for like my family or anything either.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just, but it is so much fun. I love the characters. We talked about the characters, but like when you watch it, like the characters are really fun.
Mm-hmm.
The practical effects are a blast. It is racist, but it's okay. I think it's okay. Just because Steven Spielberg. That's why. Anyway, I mean Tarantino does it too, but it's way more perverse.
Sure.
You know, I'll take it in an allegorical sense. So yeah, Gremlins for me is gonna sit at an 8.7 out of 10. I think it's a blast. I really do. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. Yeah, go ahead, bub.
I'm gonna give it an 8.6.
Nice.
But yeah, same thing as you're saying. I think it's a really fun movie. Good for all ages. It like scratches a lot of different itches, which is interesting, especially for it being such like a niche kind of movie.
Yeah,
like it feels like it should be a much more niche movie than it actually is.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like if you were just describing this to someone who's like never seen it or heard of it, or like imagine like this wasn't a movie directed by Steven Spielberg.
Yes.
And you're like, it's a movie. It came out in the 80s.
I mean, that's really the
It's
only
this
element.
kid that has a monster and like a little animal, and it turns into a bad guy. Yeah, I don't know.
Steven Spielberg is like the element in it, honestly.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of horror camp, just like this movie. You know.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, I know. I totally agree with you.
But yeah, 8.6.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good.
What are you giving it for your beef score?
Beef score. Beef score. Beef score. I'm gonna say that it's a burger. It's a burger. It's a bacon burger with a fried egg on it and nice brioche bun, some sesame seed mustard, and steak fries with A1 on the burger. But the burger's small. It's contained. Like, it's just enough. And the fries are seasoned very well. Yeah, it's like the best burger you can have at a Chili's, if that makes sense. Like you go to Chili's and you're like, well, this burger was actually really fucking good. It's a little expensive, but you're like, it was worth it, and I'll come back for it. At least I know what my go-to is now at Chili's. And
is it an actual item at Chili's?
No, I don't know.
We should talk to him.
To Chili's?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, your turn.
I'm gonna give it roast beast. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I feel like it's good. And it's like a weird niche thing. It's Christmassy. You don't know exactly what you're gonna get. It's unpredictable, you know. But it's so good.
So good.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Love it. Does that wrap up Gremlins 1984?
I think it do.
That do wrap up Gremlins 1984. Now, you know what time it is. You all know what time it is. It's time for our hopeful sponsors.
Our hopeful sponsors.
If we don't have a sponsor next season, we're quitting.
Yeah. We're out of here.
We're out of here. We're done. Worm food.
We're out of here.
Finito. Gone. All right, man.
You want to do yours first? I feel like I always do mine first. Yeah.
No. You want me to try to go first?
Yes.
Okay.
I keep not thinking about what I want it to be.
You got to think beforehand.
I don't.
This is a part of the podcast.
I know.
I don't know.
This is what I wish for. Okay. It's a coffee shop that has really good iced coffee. But they only charge you 50 cents for the cup. There's so many. So we live in Bed-Stuy. There's so many there's a lot of coffee shops near us.
There are.
And they some of them just feel so out of place. Like we went to one today and it was very nice. It was very nice on the inside, but it felt like it was all glass. Like the whole thing was glass. It was super pristine. And I got a $7 cold brew. And I feel and it's a good cold brew, but it's a crime. So I present 50-cent good cold brew. You just go up to it's not even a fucking walk-in place. It's a little shack. You go up, there's a dude, his name's Oliver.
Oliver.
He's like, "What do you want, buddy? You want a cold brew?" I say, "Yeah, Ollie. Give me a little cold brew." He's like, "That'll be 50 cents." I take it, I drink it. It's as good as this.
Do you tip your baristas?
Yeah, most of the time.
How much would you tip Oliver?
I would give Oliver $2.
So you're really paying $2.50.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. I wouldn't tip him $2 every time.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
And Oliver's able to make a decent living. And owns a home.
Okay.
Yep.
And he's stable.
He's super stable.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. Cool. I actually saw an ad for this the other day, but there should be more things like it. So I want this to be my hopeful sponsor. There's a club that opened up in Manhattan that is open from 5 to 10. Suitable business
5
hours.
p.m. to 10 p.m.?
Yes.
And it's a club?
It's a club. DJs,
Okay.
bar, lights, disco, fog. And it's open from 5 to 10, so you can be home by 11 o'clock.
That's kind of nice.
I kind of love that idea.
Have an early dinner.
Yeah. I want a Bed-Stuy one. That's popping and cool, but you get there at 7 o'clock, you're there for 2 hours, you dance, you sweat, you have fun, and you go home, and the train is still on time because it's not late.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up that everyone's just getting horny at 1:30 a.m. these days. It's past my bedtime, man.
It's way
I'm
past
just
my bedtime.
No.
Just because you want to make late night mistakes doesn't... Dude, I want to eat my dinner. And because when I eat, I get horny. And that's just what it is. Because, you know, you're well fed.
Full
you're
belly,
like,
full
you're
heart.
Like, So, yeah, my whole sponsor is early evening clubs.
I like that.
Yeah.
I can get behind that.
So that was episode 34 of the Bucket Abuse Show. What's your name? Was that your stomach?
I think. I don't know if they heard it. Do you think they heard it?
I heard it, so maybe.
My name is Luke Hodson.
My name is Alex Morrison.
You better be coming back for episode 35.
You better not pout. You better not cry.
Hit him with the outro.
Hit him with the outro, baby.
Right about now.
Ending of the pod.
He's a liar. He's a liar.
Beef.
Bottom of the barrel.
Bottom of the bucket.
Bottom of the bucket.
Yeah.
Beef.
Seasoned to perfection.
Divine.
Too wet.
Beef.
It's a masterpiece, baby.